Michael Brown talks about the 7-year process of imprinting, so that pretty much everything is set as a human being within those first 7 years. It's been foretold how you're going to feel, really, because how you felt within those 7 years with your mother and father as Griselda, hiding, not being able to be emotional, be out there, be seen. Now look what you're doing. You're going out there. You're in front of the camera now, and then you're going out there to give other people a witness. So, is there a reason for your life?
Of course. Well, there's a reason for everything.
Okay.
I really do believe there's a reason for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, when I was 21, which is another part of the 7-year cycle,
Right, yeah.
I kind of rebelled, and got into a lot of music and dancing and a whole lot of, because I was in a freeze. The music and the dancing helped me to start loosening up and defrosting, if you like. And when I was 17, I remember the moment where somebody played me this heavy metal music, and now I probably think it was, not very attractive, but at the time I loved it. There was something about it that just drew me, and I just got totally into this whole scene, biker, leather jackets, lots of music. That was about a 4 or 5 year period when I just totally got absorbed into this. And looking back on it now, I can understand what happened. There was so much anger within me, and I wanted to express it. I wanted to find a way of expressing it. And, Peter Levine talks about waking the tiger, that when we've been in a freeze, like an animal has been in a severe fight or flight situation, it's actually gone into a freeze. To come out of it, you have to go back into the sympathetic nervous system, back into the fight, to actually release that before you can come back into the normal sort of state of the nervous system. And I do believe that I needed to get back into to awaken my tiger, to awaken that.
Okay. And did it work?
Well, yes, actually, to a point. I mean, you've heard of head banging, where you literally bang your head for hours.
Why on earth would you do
I
that?
know. Well, exactly. But at the time, it felt completely right for me to do it. And the fact that it was like hundreds of other people doing the same thing was like,
You show us now how it works, how you bang your head.
I haven't done it for years.
Okay.
But it's something like this.
Okay. And what's it doing for you right now?
Well, it does help to release this part of the neck.
Wow, that's fascinating.
And I do see that was a process. And so after a couple of years, the really heavy rock music started to appeal to me less, and I started to get into other types of music. But also I was taking a lot of different drugs, and I was basically involved in a sort of what you might call an alternative sort of scene.
Well, hey.
Kind of.
So you're not too prim and proper then, after all.
Do I look prim and proper?
Not now, no. I'm a bit frightened. But no. But it was interesting because I spoke to your father when he visited for Christmas, and I said, what's your view of Julie? And he said, she's always the same. She's always just smiling and happy. So you weren't really what your father thought you were.
No, I think he's got a short memory. Because I certainly wasn't like that as a child.
No.
He probably forgot that.
No.
But
do you think you became that after the head banging?
Well, it was a process that took place, really, and it's not short. But certainly that was an expression. But then the next phase was that when I was 21, my boyfriend and I had these massive rows for a few weeks, and then he literally threw me out of the house. It was like a cold, December night, and he literally said, don't come back.
So what did you do wrong? Why did he throw you out on the street like that?
I was angry and he was angry.
You must have been terrified.
I was. I didn't understand, because I would tell somebody, about my boyfriend, they were like, oh, you'll get over it, it'll be fine. But what I didn't realise, it was triggering all the emotions from childhood, and I was feeling like immense devastation, and it was like a death, really. I felt a lot of pain. But now I understand that what I thought was like an emotional breakdown was a breakthrough, as Dr. George Halaz says. It was a way of going through those emotions
Yeah.
and finding something like an amazing jewel.